I usually don't make videos like this. Chewie, we're home. Hey guys, DJ here. I'm here to give my review of Star Wars: The Force Awakens. Oh my gosh, I came into this movie theater thinking it was going to be really amazing and it was going to be great. It exceeded what I thought it would be. It was fan-flippin-tastic. The cast was great. The story was great. I will get to a few issues with that, though. It had comedy, it had drama, it had everything a Star Wars movie should actually have, and more. And I'm here to give my thoughts on it. Alright, so I'm going to put a disclaimer here. In the middle of the video, there will be spoilers. By the middle, I'm going to go over all the problems and talk some spoilers about it. But the first half, you're free, no spoilers. If I somehow say a spoiler, I will cut out the video with the magic tool of editing. But yes, this is my first movie review. I don't know if I'm going to do more of these. The only reason I'm doing this is because it's a very special occasion, and that is Star Wars. So Star Wars: The Force Awakens stars Daisy Ridley, John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Adam Driver, as well as a few of the old cast, starring Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. The movie starts out with Finn, played by John Boyega, and he really does not want to be a part of the First Order. He just feels it isn't right, and he just wants to do something worth fighting for. So he runs into Poe Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac, and he is going to help Finn get out and just go be free. And my thing on my computer just popped up. What is this? Sooner or later, Finn meets Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, and I will just say this. Rey steals the whole show. She is such an amazing character, and the actress playing her, this is her first full-length feature movie, and she killed it. She was so amazing in this movie. I just could not believe the kind of connection you can get with these characters. And the chemistry between Finn and Rey, because they have the most on-screen action, is really great. Like, you feel like they're just so, like, they work together so well. And so do Finn and Poe Dameron. Well, John Boyega and Oscar Isaac. Like, they create the best friendship so quickly that it's just so much better than the prequels ever did with, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, don't get me wrong. I like the prequels, but not as much as the original trilogy and this one. So they just embark on this epic quest and run into old characters like Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, reprising their roles as Han Solo and Leia. And also Luke is in this movie. I will get to that in a minute. But let's just talk about why this movie was really nice. Now, the story is kind of familiar to A New Hope. J.J. Abrams even said he took inspiration from the original trilogy, especially A New Hope. And that is his favorite Star Wars movie. So you can definitely notice this just by the parallels. I'm not going to say what, but Starkiller Base, you're going to get a real parallel to the Death Star. Just telling you. And then there's just one part where it's like, okay, you really just took the straight scene from A New Hope. Like, okay-ish. But they executed it so well. And it was really great. The music in this movie, fantastic. John Williams just does an amazing job of reprising his music and just making new music. I will say they have a lot of the old songs too. That's kind of one thing I liked about the prequels. They had a lot of new music, like Duel of Fates and stuff. But Duel of Fates should have been in this movie somewhere. But, I don't think it had a place for it. Because the new lightsaber fight music is really nice. I really like it. And Duel of Fates really, it really fits the episode 1 fight. But I'll get to the fights in a minute. Speaking of a fighter, holy crap, Kylo Ren. We need to talk about this guy. Kylo Ren is played by Adam Driver. And Adam Driver, I've seen him in a few things. I know he's in the show Girls. I have not watched an episode or seen a trailer or a clip of that show at all. But he was in a movie that I really like. It's actually a really great movie. And that is called This Is Where I Leave You. Great movie. Go watch it. Adam Driver does a really great job in the movie, actually. But in this movie, he plays as Kylo Ren. And he's the new baddie, kind of. He leaves such an impression that there could still be new, great bad guys out there. Now, I'm not going to be talking about what exactly he does and all the things he does that makes him like a villain, but he does such a great job. Just like with his emotion and the voices. Now, by voices, I mean like, just the way he talks is just like, I can't even explain it. Like, just by the way he talks, you know what his goal is. He has a purpose. He wants to continue Darth Vader's legacy. And that is really great. Like, he actually has a purpose. Unlike villains now, they're just like, I'm here because I'm supposed to be here. I'm here because someone wrote me in a script. Hello. But, Kylo Ren has a purpose. And it's a good purpose. And you understand where he's coming from. When you understand the purpose, it makes it such a better purpose and a better character. And he does some pretty crazy shit in this movie. Like, he gets pretty messed up. Like, he does so many horrific things, and it's just like, you really are a horrible person. But he's a conflicted person. He isn't all bad. He knows where to... He has this, confliction inside of him. They doesn't really know what to do. I won't go further about that, but I'm just going to say he has a confliction. So let's talk about the original cast and how they're in the movie. Harrison Ford did a fan-frickin-tastic job in this movie. It's not like he's the Harrison Ford Han Solo of his own self. It's like he actually grew up. And that's actually cool. Like, seeing oh, you grew up. Like, he starts believing in the Force and all this stuff. And it's actually really cool. Carrie Fisher does a really good job with her part. I mean, nothing explodingly awesome or anything like that, but she does a great job. I mean, when Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher are together, the chemistry works really well, and I like that. I like that a lot. And obviously, the best cameo is Admiral Akbar. I'm kind of surprised he didn't say it's a trap, but Mark Hamill is in this movie playing as Luke Skywalker. He does a good job. I won't go into depth of what he does. Wait a little bit. We also get introduced to our new Emperor type character, and that is Supreme Leader Snoke. This guy is really he is the Emperor. He really that's not a bad thing. What I mean by this is he's behind it all. You don't see him yet. You get these holograms, but you don't really see him yet. But he really seems like a really messed up person. He could be using Kylo Ren, but he just wants to rule the universe kind of type thing. Galaxy, my bad. So the comedy in this movie is really well. Some people would also say it is overused, but I would think it is used really well. It's not bad humor. It's actually really good humor. There's actually some good humor with the bad guys. I'm not going to say how, but really good. It was a really good comedy movie. You could really take your parents to go see it. Even if they're not too into it, they're going to get a good laugh out of it because there's a lot of comedic or awkward moments that are really funny. And that suits well for kids. Let me talk about this. Everyone was worried about this movie because it was bought by Disney. Disney owns Star Wars. They own everything about the franchise. And everywhere you're seeing Sponsorships, cars, toys, food. Yes, food. You can go to the store and buy Star Wars apples and Star Wars oranges. That's what everyone's worried about. This just being a commercial. That the movie is just, we're going to make money because it's Star Wars. It's not like that. It's a really great movie. It is directed by J.J. Abrams. It's a great movie. Like, I can't express it enough. Just how it's executed and the on-screen chemistry is just so well put together that just really makes me go like, this is just a great movie. And it just, like, unlike the prequels, everything just keeps happening, like boom, 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 and it makes it enjoyable. Like, unlike the prequels where it had like the politics and my plans will not fail, like, it got boring. This isn't boring. This will never leave you boring. If you somehow get bored in this, something like you get bored really quickly, because there's always something happening. Not like it's a bad thing. Like, not like action scene. There's dialogue and there's character growth, but it's interesting because these characters have such a great story behind them, and you're like, I want to learn more about that. I want to know more about this, and it just opens your mind up, and that's what makes a movie great, is when you question and open your mind. That's really what I think about that. I mean, me being wanted to be a movie director, that's kind of like the thing you gotta do. You gotta make the person create. You gotta make them believe, and also, oh, what if that happened, or what if they doing this, or what do you mean? Like, you gotta make them think. If you don't make them think, it's not gonna be good. The prequels made you think too much, and then give you that enjoyment of, like, the resolution. I mean, of course, it had a resolution, but at the end of the movie, the last 20 minutes. But this always, like, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5, step 6. And it was just really well executed. I will say one problem I have with this movie. Something just happens in it where, like, something comes up. I'm not going to say what it is, but it isn't explained. Now you're just like, wait a minute. What? Where did it come from? Like, it doesn't make sense where it came from. But, I mean, I guess that's just for us to open our minds, and probably the EU that's going to be coming. Expanding universe, lore, books, comics. That's probably where that's going to come from. Or the next movie or something like that. But, you know. So overall, guys, Star Wars The Force Awakens is not just a good movie. It is an amazing movie. And it's not just an amazing Star Wars movie. It is an amazing movie overall. I know I'm not a good movie reviewer. But I know one thing. Star Wars is amazing. The new one is amazing. Like, if you have not seen it yet, go ahead, go watch it. If you haven't seen any of the other Star Wars, I don't even think you need to see the other Star Wars to see this movie. You can go in just blinded and still have a great time with it. So overall, guys, I'm giving Star Wars The Force Awakens a 10 out of 10. And maybe 9.8. 9.8. That is my second favorite Star Wars movie out of 7. If you guys actually want to know my ranking, it is A New Hope, Star Wars Force Awakens, The Empire Strikes Back, The Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Phantom Menace, and Attack of the Clones. So on to the spoilers. So if you do not want to get spoiled, you better leave. Bye-bye. Alrighty, spoiler time. Best time. Alright, so Rey and Finn. We don't know if there's going to be like a chemistry, like are they going to be boyfriend, girlfriend, something in the future. Because Finn even's like, you got a cute boyfriend or something? It's pretty funny. That's part of the comedy. Now, the reason I ran it up is just because of Finn. Everyone's think Finn is the Jedi. I mean, the posters, all the footage shows him with a lightsaber. You don't have to be a Jedi to hold a lightsaber. Everybody knows that. So when it came to the fight scenes, you're like, is he a Jedi or no? Is he force sensitive? And me, I personally, he could, and we don't know it yet. But I don't think he is. He was a stormtrooper, and the stormtroopers were trained to kill Jedi. They're trained for any obstacle. So that's how he kind of knew how to like block and strike and stuff like that. Like with their electric staffs or whatever they have, like it had in a movie. But probably the biggest surprise, because I didn't expect it coming. I mean, I kind of knew it would happen, that Rey is force sensitive. Now, this is probably one of the best scenes in the movie, is when Rey gets the vision when she touches Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber. You get all this backstory about the Knights of Ren. Not the Knights of Ren, but you know it's the Knights of Ren. Like, and the new Jedi Order. And what happened to her. Why is she, like, why she's so scared of leaving Jakku. And it's such a great scene. I'm like, I feel like I know you. I get you. Like, you're such an amazing character, and I understand that. Any scene with Rey is an amazing scene. I'm just going to point that out. Not just because, oh, she's a cute face. No, I mean, like, she's a good actress. And her scene was good. And probably one of the best scenes also was Rey and Kylo Ren's confrontation in the interrogation room. Kylo Ren kind of interrogates by, like, using the Force on people's minds. He did it to Poe Dameron before he escaped. But he does it to Rey. And, like, she kind of knows she's Force sensitive because she already touched the lightsaber. But, like, when he's, like, in her mind. And it's kind of sad. Like, she's scared that, like, her family is never going to come back for her. It's just so sad and stuff. And she's just like, get out of my head, get out of my head. And it's just like, oh my gosh, this is pretty bad. I mean, just the emotions are so real in this movie. And it's just crazy. And then she's like, you know, I'm going to turn the tides for She's like, I'm going to turn the sides. It goes into Kylo Ren's head. And she just pulls out, you're scared you're never going to be as great as Darth Vader. And he just goes, and just, he just gets like, oh my gosh. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of funny. But it was a great scene. That was a really great scene. But back to Rey. People don't know who she's related to. She is probably a Skywalker, whether it's Leia or Luke. We don't know yet. But we know one of the Skywalker legacies, and that is Kylo Ren, otherwise known as Ben Solo. Holy crap, that was a good plot reveal. I kind of saw it coming because of the expanded universe. The expanded universe, there's a kid named Jason Solo, and he turned to the dark side by the end of the books and stuff, and had a sister named Jaina Solo. Now, whether we know Rey is a daughter of Han Solo and Princess Leia, we don't know that yet. But because of the vision, she had like a vision of Luke Skywalker too. So I'm kind of leaning towards she's the daughter of Luke Skywalker. But I really don't know. It kind of leaves you hanging. But I gotta get this out of the way. This is major spoiler. So if you're still here, you don't want this revealed, please leave. I'm telling you now. This is probably the biggest thing. Probably one of the most emotional parts of this movie is when Kylo Ren kills his father, Han Solo. Holy crap, I had tears when that happened. It was so emotional. I've got to say, like, wow. I kind of saw it coming because Harrison Ford didn't want to be in another movie. So when I heard he signed on, I'm like, oh. So he probably just wants his character to get killed off, like he wanted in episode 5, but he came back for episode 6. Alright. But it was just so tragic that he tried to get his son to go back to the light side, which I said before. Kylo Ren is conflicted. He's really conflicted. He's still on the light side a little bit. He still is, but he's the General... I almost said General Snoke. Snoke is just trying, he just got him by that leash for the dark side. And it's just so sad when he just stabs his father. And right before, like, everyone's screaming. And then, like, right before Han Solo falls off the platform into the abyss, he just touches his son's face. and then falls. Like, it's just so sad. It's probably one of the most sad scenes in Star Wars history. Instead of episode 3, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. Like, come on. No, this scene was done without that part with him touching his son's face and falling and dying was done with no words. Well, except for like, the confrontation when they start talking. That was probably like a good reveal too. He just shouted, "Ben!" But we already knew they were father and son because Snoke said, "Your father." And Han said, "Our son is here," and stuff like that. But just when he shouted Ben, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be intense and emotional. But everyone's screaming, and I think probably one of the most sad parts is Chewbacca's reaction to Han getting killed. He sees him get stabbed and falls. Chewbacca just outrageous. I can't do the Chewbacca voice, but for a couple seconds, and just starts firing at everybody. He shoots Kylo Ren in the stomach, and he just blows everything up and gets away. Rey and Finn are crying when they see Han Solo get killed, and they head into the forest where the lightsaber duel happens. I was looking forward to this fight. I was looking forward to this fight so much, and I was kind of like, I don't want Han Solo to die, but I want to see the lightsaber fight. Oh boy. And then right when we got to the lightsaber fight, it was so intense. Kylo Ren takes Rey, slams her against a tree, and it's like, did you just kill Rey? Like, I thought she was legitly dead. But I remembered, oh wait, she starts crying over something, so she's not dead yet. But Finn just picks up her body, which he assumes is dead, and he almost starts burst crying, like he's emotionally done, like he is done, like he could go, if he was force sensitive, he could go to the dark side. And Kylo Ren just yells, "Traitor!" And it's just like, it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down, and Finn takes out the lightsaber and lights it, and they go at it. It's really close, tense, and just, they're swinging at it. It's not choreographed. It's just full-blown, I'm trying to kill you fighting. And I gotta say, this is probably one of my favorite fights in the Star Wars saga. Because it's so emotional. Like, Kylo Ren is fighting because this guy betrayed me. He betrayed my belief. I'm gonna take you down. And Finn is fighting, you are dark. And Finn is fighting, you are a dark soul and I need to take you down. You're trying to kill my friends. I gotta kill you. And I love fights that have emotion in that. Prequels had some emotion, but not as much as this. And I've gotta say, I was not surprised when Finn got his ass kicked in the end. Yeah, now I get a point. Now I get why there was the cross guard on the lightsaber. Like, when they're, like, close and they're, like, the lightsabers against each other, Kylo Ren just gets a little closer and gets the cross guard. And it just starts stabbing him. And it's just, like, his scream was just so good. Like, it was really intense. And, like, oh my gosh, stop. You just gotta stop. It was just so, like, crazy intense, and you want more. And then, I think, Finn hit Kylo Ren in the shoulder, and I think Finn got hit somewhere else. Forgot where. And then, because he got hit, he turned around, and Kylo Ren just slices down on Finn's spine, and down he goes. We don't know if he's dead yet. But he's down for the count. That was a good hit. It didn't go through him. It kind of like skidded across. Like he hit his entire spine. And I'm like, oh shit. And then he sees Anakin's lightsaber. He's like, alright. He uses the Force to try to get it. You can see the imagery. It's the same type of snow type thing from episode 5. Where Luke is trying to get the lightsaber out of the snow. And he's trying it so hard, and he can't do it, and then it comes out of the snow, and it goes flying past him, and then Rey grabs it and lights it, And there they go. And they just go at it. And Rey is holding her own. Oh my gosh. She held her own on that fight. And they're swinging at each other. Kylo Ren did not hit her. And then, some people call this issue how she turned into like a Jedi Master. But, like, Kylo Ren's like, I will finish your training. And then she's like, the Force. And she like, closes her eyes and concentrates. And then she just goes swinging at it and knows what to do. That's not a problem to me. She kind of lets the Force in, and she's going to be a powerful Jedi. She could probably be one of the most powerful people in the galaxy, and that's how she did that. We don't know yet. I'm perfectly okay with it. People are like, it doesn't make sense, it's bullshit. No, it makes perfect sense, really. And then Rey stabs him a couple times, and then this is what I thought. He wants to be like Darth Vader. Okay, you gotta get disfigured. Rey just slices across Kylo Ren's face and gives him the big scar across his face. And then the base, Starkiller base, gets destroyed by Poe Dameron and his fighter squad, and just gets split open. And Rey and Rey and Kylo Ren are just staring at each other. And you can see the imagery, like there's just this dark abyss. Then you see on the left is Kylo Ren, on the right is Rey. It was really cool if you notice it. Like there's just this big dark abyss between them. But they're also linking. And I thought that was kind of cool. And then Rey finds Finn, and it's just so emotional. She was like, no, 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 no. And like, it was pretty sad, and she starts crying and stuff. But then Chewbacca comes, picks him up, takes him back to the Resistance. Leia learns Han's fate, even though she senses it through the Force because she's Force sensitive. She kind of knows about it, and it's really sad, just like the look on her face, just like it happened. It actually happened for once. But after all that, Finn is kind of in a coma. He hasn't woken up, but they find the map for Luke Skywalker, and they go and find Luke Skywalker. Well, Rey does. Just the look on Luke's face when he sees Rey holding up the Anakin Skywalker lightsaber. It's just like, you shouldn't have come here, kind of like that look. Or it was also kind of like it has happened, hasn't it? Or it's going to happen. And we get like aerial view of Rey and Luke, and then and then that's it. Movie over. Wait a year and a half for episode 8. Now, like I said, 9.8 out of 10. That's the final score. I really love this movie. It was really great. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review and spoiler review. I certainly did enjoy the movie. I'm going to go see it a couple more times, probably. I'm going to buy a poster, and also probably buy some merchandise. Just because I love the movie so much, and I'm going to buy it on Blu-ray. I need the movie. I need Star Wars Battlefront to have some Force Awakens DLC. That's what I need. But I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.